Good evening.
Dr. Morton, members of the Board of Education and the Superintendency, West Administration, parents, families, friends, and welcome to Cherry Hill High School West graduation ceremony for the class of 2025. My name is Nate Goldwasser, and I am honored, grateful, and excited to be the opening speaker at this year's graduation ceremony as we send the class of 2025 into their future endeavors. But thinking back, if you had asked 9th grade Nate whether I'd be standing here today giving a graduation speech, I probably would have laughed nervously and said, no. Not because I doubted my ability to succeed and achieve something like this, but because of one thing only. My voice. I always hated my voice. I hated the way it clashed with the songs I tried to sing, and the way it made me cringe in voice recordings. And let's be real, voice recordings do everyone dirty. So I started hiding my voice, shifting it depending who I was talking to. I could be like, yo, what's up, I'm Nate. Or something like, hey, I'm Nate. Or just a nice and careful, hi, I'm Nate. I became an expert at adjusting, at hiding, something we all do. It's strange how something as small as your voice can shape how you see yourself. It becomes another thing that you subconsciously start changing before anyone hears it. But 2 years ago, something changed. One night in a deep doom-scrolling session through Instagram, I stumbled onto my mom's old page. It was filled with blurry selfies, awkward childhood photos of me and my brother, and these short videos from an old app called Dub Smash, an ancestor of TikTok. My mom passed away when I was 8, and with time, memories blur. You forget the way someone walked, how they smelled, and yes, even the sound of their voice. But there she was, full of life, dancing across my screen. I clicked on one of the videos. The picture was awful, and the audio somehow even worse. But then, her voice. It had been so long. At first, it felt unfamiliar. Distant, like a dream you ache to hold on to, but that slips slowly and softly into the quietest corner of your mind. But then, as I listened again, I heard something in it, something I knew. Her voice sounded like mine. The rhythm, the intonation, her words were varieties, staccato and legatos. The voice was me, or maybe I was her. At that moment, my voice became something new. It wasn't a flaw. It was a connection, a living memory. Her voice still lives within mine. And she's not the only one I've heard. I've started noticing all the time, actually. When I say, ugh, in a frustrating moment, I hear my dad. And when I say, really, in disbelief, I hear my stepmom. And then there's all this slang I've picked up from friends, terms I swore I would never use. One example is the million brain rot terms that my friends use in band. There's low-key too many of them. Like, I'm being deadass when I say that. Whether we realize it or not, every word we say is stitched together from the people we've loved, lived with, and learned from. Because our voices are mosaics. So today, I stand here no longer ashamed of mine, because I know now our voices carry stories. They hold generations. They echo the past while speaking into the future. Let your voice be your power, not your disguise. Whether you speak English, Spanish, Vietnamese, Albanian, Cantonese, Polish, Italian, or even for some of us at this point, brain rot, your voice is living proof of where you come from, who shaped you, and who you are becoming. So, go ahead and scream your heart out at that concert. Be authentic in your interviews. And please greet people with your real voice, because I want you to remember this, coming from me, my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my brother, my friends, and everyone whose voices now live through mine. Your voice is not a flaw. Your voice is your gift. Speak not just to be heard, but to lift, to laugh, to share, to love, to sing, to change, and to remember. So as you walk across the stage this evening and hear the cheers of your loved ones, let it be a reminder that their voices help shape yours. And now, it's your turn to speak. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025. Let everyone's voices be heard.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and join our combined bands, orchestra, and choir as they perform the national anthem. After the national anthem, please remain standing until the Cherry Hill West Air Force Junior ROTC retires the colors. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Maxwell Bowe.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Cherry Hill High School West graduation for the class of 2025. I am Naya Ruiz and I'm your Mistress of Ceremonies this evening. We are here to honor the class and acknowledge 4 years of diligence, excellence, and success. Before we proceed with the ceremonies, I want to thank our guests for being with us. The class and I thank you in advance for assisting us in making this event a dignified, beautiful graduation. I respectfully ask that you silence your cell phones and other electronic devices that might disturb and distract our participants and guests today. All right. I would now like to introduce our stage guests and ask them to please stand once their name has been called. From the Board of Education, President Ms. Gina Winters. Vice President Mr. Adam Greenbaum. And members, Dr. Kurt Braddock, Ms. Renee Sherfain, Dr. Dean Drizzen, Ms. Kimberly Gallagher, Mr. Joel Mayer, Ms. Bridget Palmer. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kwame Morton. From the Assistant Superintendency, Dr. Faram Maan. The Director of Secondary Education, Mr. Neil Birdie. The Director of Special Education, Ms. Caitlin Malroy. The Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Ms. Allison Stephan. The Director of Special Projects, Ms. Carol Roscoff. Supervisor of Special Education, Mr. Mark Wisley. Also here this evening with the class of 2025, Principal of Cherry Hill West, Dr. J. Burns. Sorry, Dr. John Burns, apologies. Principals of the Coles program, Miss Lauren Garando. Facility Class Advisor for the class of 2025, Mrs. Susan Dollarton. And Cherry Hill West teachers, Ann Conti, Christy Lee, and Scott Sweden. Class of 2025, Order of the Lions, Rebecca Briesenhoff, Emma Devine, Lucas Hibben, Mina Musa, Ava Urgood, Charleston Pike, Caroline Solomons, Olivia Versace, and Christopher Williams. And lastly, the members of the class of 2025 who will also participate in this evening's ceremony are Maxwell Bowe, Nathaniel Goldweiser, Giannis Kiriakou, Mina Musa, and Drew Polano. At this time, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Burns, Principal at Cherry Hill High School West.
Good evening and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2025. This is a moment that we have all worked towards for 4 years. It is through the commitment of family, students, and staff members that gets us to this day. At this time, I would ask the West faculty stand and be recognized. They are the professional staff who have chosen to spend their lives in the field of education, helping young people prepare for the future. I wish to recognize their efforts and express deep gratitude for what they have done to bring our graduates to this day. I would also like to especially recognize Tracy Catino, Ann Catoni, Robin Schwartz, and Scott Sweeten, who are retiring this year. As a long tradition at West, Ann Catoni and Scott Sweeten will be participating by reading the names of the graduates. This is an honor offered to all retiring staff members. Like the graduates, these staff members will also start a new chapter in their lives. The West community wishes them much happiness and fulfillment in this next phase of their lives. Please join me in recognizing the careers of these individuals who have committed themselves to our Cherry Hill West students. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the participants of the Cherry Hill West 781st Air Force Junior ROTC unit, the members of our orchestra, bands, and choirs, as well as Ms. Catherine Chambers and Mr. Ryan Sagady for their contributions to the beauty and dignity of this evening's ceremony, and acknowledge Nate Goldwasser, who gave the salutation, and Naya Ruiz, who is today's Mistress of Ceremonies.
The class of 2025 address will be delivered by Ava Urgood.
Sorry. Good evening, Dr. Morton, members of the Board of Education and Superintendency, West Administration, parents, families, friends, and of course, the class of 2025. Over this last month at school, I have taken a lot of time reflecting on all the things that I've done over the last 4 years. Student council, athletics, DECA, time with friends, and everything else my time at West encompassed. As co-president of our class government, I had the honor of working alongside a phenomenal executive board to make the last 4 years spectacular. From planning Spirit Week door decorating and our Candyland lip sync, to obsessing over details regarding our homecomings and proms, we spent so much time fretting the finishing touches. All the while, our wonderful advisor, Miss Nick, and grade level principal, Miss Barnes, cultivated school spirit and made coming to West a little better every day. Throughout my 4 years, I spent a lot of time trying to get more involved and to maximize my high school experience. Any regrets that I have do not lay in the opportunities I missed, but in the moments I did not live in fully because my head was always ahead of my feet. I know this issue is not only reflected in my life. As a culture, we have a tendency to experience our own lives through the cameras on our phones or wishing they were someone else's that we see while scrolling through social media. Even right now, many of us are wondering about what the future holds. College, the military, or maybe the workforce. Some reflecting on past accomplishments and regrets throughout our years together. Many probably sitting here thinking, we can't wait for summer, we can't wait for college, we can't wait to kickstart our careers. We can't wait. A phrase that is used so frequently, I'm starting to wonder if anyone can actually wait for anything. In the last year alone, we can't wait for senior trip, for senior prom, for graduation, and now we're here. We're always anticipating the next big thing rather than appreciating what is right in front of us. Graduation ceremonies, like this one, are designed to celebrate all of our individual achievements and send the class of 2025 off into our fabulous futures. But if we spend too much time anticipating what is to come or harping over the past, we will never experience the joy that comes from living in the moment. The gravity of this moment is unknown to most of us right now, but this point in our lives will never repeat itself. You are sitting in this arena with high school state champions, alongside artists of a variety of disciplines, and even future military heroes. Among students who spent long evenings working part-time jobs and completing homework. Once our caps are thrown, we will disperse into our futures, and our time together will conclude. No wedding or high school reunion will ever have us all in the same room together ever again. So take a moment, look into the faces of the people around you, and enjoy our final moments together. Don't allow your mind to travel to where your feet may be later tonight, next month, or in a year. Take a look around you at how amazing this venue is, at all of these people who have traveled far and wide to be here to celebrate you. This is awesome. Embrace this moment and all of those to follow because time itself is fleeting. Relish our collective accomplishments. Face whatever hardships that will inevitably come your way. Take in every second of the rest of your life because you only have this one to live. Enjoy every moment of your journeys, being present every step of the way. So when the buzzer beeps or the final curtain closes and the moment is lost in time, you will have gotten the most out of your experience. And always remember, keep your head where your feet are. Congratulations, Cherry Hill West class of 2025. We did it.
Today's National Honor Society speech will be delivered by Mina Musa, President of the Robert E. Hansen chapter of the National Honor Society.
Good afternoon, Dr. Morton, members of the Board of Education and Superintendency, West Administration, parents, families, friends, and the class of 2025. My name is Mina Musa, and I've had the honor of serving as president of our National Honor Society chapter here at Cherry Hill West. It is my pleasure to be a speaker at Cherry Hill West's class of 2025 graduation ceremony. For those unfamiliar, NHS isn't just about academic excellence. It's built on 4 pillars: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Tonight, I want to focus on the pillar that I believe will matter most when we walk out of these doors, and that being character. We've spent the last 4 years trying to rise. Grades, ranks, positions, awards, college acceptances, all the signs that we're doing something right. And tonight confirms it. We made it here because we stood out. But now that we're here, at the top, I want to ask something nobody usually asks in speeches like this. When the recognition fades and the applause stops, who are you underneath it all? Because there's a difference between the image the world sees and the person you are when no one's watching. Between the resume and the reality. The spotlight may celebrate your success, but your character is revealed in your solitude. In the coming months, most of us are heading off in different directions. College, work, service, new cities, new people, new independence. We're about to enter a world obsessed with appearances, with image, status, and performance. In the midst of this raging sea, the world will tell you to make something of yourself, to be somebody. But who are you trying to be? What do you do when no one's clapping for you? When your identity isn't tied to grades or leadership roles or how many people know your name? That's when integrity shows itself. Not when it's easy, but when it's costly. It's telling the truth when it would be easier to lie. Owning a mistake when it would be safer to hide. Helping someone when there's nothing in it for you. That kind of strength isn't taught in textbooks. It's forged in the quiet decisions. A strength that takes more than talent or brains. It takes humility. NHS honors character as one of its 4 pillars, but real character doesn't begin with awards or speeches like this. It begins in private, in daily decisions, in the quiet battles we fight when no one is watching. And those are the moments that will shape who we become, not just what we achieve. As someone who draws deeply from my Christian Orthodox faith, I've come to believe that true greatness often looks like humility. I've learned from tradition that values service over status and quiet endurance over loud self-promotion. That the most powerful people aren't always the ones in front, but the ones who carries other unseen. That vision has shaped what I believe matters most. Not loud success, but quiet faithfulness. Not applause, but integrity. And I believe we've all seen this kind of strength. In teachers who stayed late, in parents who sacrificed silently, in friends who showed up on our worst days. The strongest people in our lives didn't just impress us, they shaped us. To the parents, teachers, and mentors here tonight, thank you. You've modeled this quiet strength. You've sacrificed without needing applause. You've helped shape people of character. And that's the invitation I leave with you all tonight. You don't have to be the most liked, most followed, or most praised. You don't need to chase recognition. Just be the kind of person who is the same when the lights are off as when they are on. Someone who chooses courage over comfort, integrity over image. Someone who others can trust because you're grounded in something. To our school and NHS, thank you for recognizing what we've done. Now, class of 2025, let's see who we all can become. Thank you.
Now welcoming Rebecca Briesenhoff, speaking on behalf of our valedictorians.
Good afternoon, Dr. Morton, Miss Winters, esteemed members of the Board of Education, friends and family, faculty and administrators, and congratulations, class of 2025. I've rewritten this speech about 30 times. Each time I tried to make it polished or profound, it just felt wrong. And honestly, that kind of fits. Because if there's one thing our class has mastered, it's doing things wrong and finding something real in the process.
We didn't have a picture-perfect high school experience, the kind that people often romanticize. Our experience was messy, it was contradictory, it was loud and quiet, and complicated and beautiful, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Sure, there were slow dances and standing ovations and championship wins, but there were also awkward silences, anxiety about the future, and days when surviving felt more impressive than thriving. We didn't always study weeks or even days in advance. Sometimes we panicked at 11:58 when we had to submit by midnight. We overslept, we messed up, we let down our team. We said the wrong thing, we hurt people, we made mistakes, we got overwhelmed and forgot to text back, but we learned things the hard way. And yet, despite all of that, or maybe even because of it, we learned something far more important than how to pass a test. We learned how to be human with each other. We learned that empathy isn't just a buzzword that you write in a college essay. It's what happens when your friend breaks down in the hallway and you sit on the floor beside them, even though you have homework due the next period. It's the way that someone walks you to class when they're running late to theirs. It's how you show up, not because it's convenient, but because it matters. Because the truth is, you can't really learn empathy unless you've needed it yourself, and we did. We felt alone sometimes. We felt pressure to be the perfect student, the perfect teammate, the perfect friend. And somewhere in the middle of all of that pressure, we found grace for ourselves and for each other. Look at us now. We made it. We're here. Together, we filled these years with 1,000 tiny, unforgettable moments. A cappella competitions, the chaos of lip sync even when we never won, the nervous preparation for a DECA competition, Miss Nick's jazzercise routines, which none of us will ever unsee, bus rides to away games, late night tech rehearsals, multicultural night performances, early morning practices, pep rallies, homecomings, and that final bow on closing night. These moments, the ones that don't go on your resume, are the ones that shaped us. They taught us joy and resilience. How to laugh when everything is going wrong. How to let people see the unfiltered, chaotic versions of us. And how to keep going anyway. We didn't make it to this moment right now because we did everything right. We made it here because we learned to get back up, to apologize, to show up, and to care. Now we're stepping into a world that doesn't need flawless people. It needs people who can hear hard things and still choose compassion. People who can hold tension and who can disagree with kindness. People who can understand that strength isn't in pretending to be invincible, it's in being honest enough to say that I've been there. That's what we're taking with us, not just a GPA and not just a diploma, but the capacity to be more than accomplished, to be deeply and stubbornly human. It's hard, and often it's not pretty. Being human means caring deeply for our communities and for those far beyond these four walls. It means using our voices to advocate for ourselves, for our friends, and for people we've never even met. It means knowing we're going to mess up and get things wrong, but that's not a reason not to try. So no, this speech doesn't end with me declaring us the best class ever. I mean, we might be, but that's not the point. What I can say with full sincerity is this: we are ready. We are ready for whatever comes next. Not because we have all the answers, but because we know how to ask better questions. Because we know how to listen, because we know what it means to fail and to be forgiven, to be lost and to still find each other. And because even when we didn't know what we were doing, we did it together. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you.
Will the senior vocalist please join the choir?
We
Representing the student government organizations, Yanis Kyriakou.
Good afternoon, Dr. Morton, members of the Board of Education, Superintendency, West Administration, parents, families, friends, and the class of 2025. Can we just talk about how fast these 4 years went by? It feels like just yesterday we were freshmen walking the halls with a mix of excitement and nervousness, trying to figure out where everything was and who we wanted to be. And now, here we are. I can't help but reflect on the unforgettable friendships that I've made these 4 years. Coming from Polish and Greek backgrounds, I've learned that having different cultures and knowing different languages is a great way to express your identity, and no place has taught me that more than this school. West was so much more about the classes. It's about the people who walk through it with you. We made it through pop quizzes, AP exams, group projects where only one person did the work. You know who you are. Later moments like the Disney trip reminded me that growing up doesn't mean letting go of joy. We came in as freshmen thinking that Senior Hill was sacred ground, and now here we are, we're the ones that have to try to find a parking 2 minutes late. Carrying joy, that's also important. And participating in West Athletics taught me the value of endurance and that every second counts, especially in high school. Outside the classroom, I found a different kind of purpose through student government. In SGO, we didn't just plan events, we made memories. And yes, sometimes we stayed way too late making posters, but it was worth it. From planning spirit weeks, field trips, organizing pep rallies, it helped bring us together in meaningful ways. And one of the most rewarding moments was helping coordinate the student blood drive. Seeing students line up to donate, knowing we were all contributing to something bigger than ourselves, made all the behind the scenes work worth it. And then there were lighter moments, like Teacher Pie in the Face Day. There's something unforgettable about watching your favorite teachers take a pie to the face for a good cause. And then there's face painting, and making young kids smile like community fairs was just the icing on top. Muhammad Ghani once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." And that's exactly what SGO taught me. Fred Rogers once said, "Anyone who does anything to help a child is a hero." And I keep that in mind as I want to thank the teachers who shaped me, not just academically, but personally. And they've all helped me realize that we're all in different places. Some of us are headed to college, some to jobs, gap years, or just figuring it out one step at a time. And that's okay. To my teachers, thank you for challenging me to think critically and showing me that understanding the past was the key to shaping the future. It helped me in mock trial, where I was taught to stand up, help those in need, and always do the right thing. And even in Model UN, when gathering together, engaging in conferences, and actually working together to help solve world issues gave me a sense of self and confidence. Doing all these, plus SGO, it made me happy because I felt like I was finally making a meaningful impact on our community, not just myself, but with others. President Carter once said, "The bond of common humanity is stronger than the divisiveness of our fears and prejudices." I see what that means now, thanks to all of that I've learned doing SGO. Over these 4 years, we grew stronger and closer as a community. It was about finding ourselves, deciding who we are. In my experience, I would say the main purpose of high school is whatever you choose to make of it. To the class of 2025, wherever you go next, whether that's your traditional college dorm, job, military, studying abroad, or probably moving into your parents' basement, just remember who you were here. We have the confidence and knowing to take on whatever comes next, everything that you've learned in and out, and also knowing what you've done on your journey here together. So let's promise to stay curious, always stay kind, and keep chasing our dreams, because this is just the beginning and not the end. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Good afternoon, families, faculty, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. I stand here today with a full heart, as it is a tough time of year for the adults at West. We've watched you grow up before our eyes, but sharing your time at West has been worth it because of you. And now, dressed in caps and gowns, you're ready to take on the world, or at least ready to take lots of selfies and wave your caps in the air like you just don't care. You've survived more than just school. You survived the group chat drama, Smart Pass, cafeteria lunches, never-ending benchmarks and standardized tests, and of course trying to access school Wi-Fi on your phones in certain locations of the building, which never seemed to work when you needed it to. Today is more than just a ceremony. It's a crossroads, a place where past and future meet, where memories are treasured and future dreams begin to take shape. Look around. You're sitting beside people who, like you, have worked, struggled, grown, and persevered. Today we celebrate the journey that each of you has taken. But this isn't the finish line, it's the launching pad. Graduation isn't just about wearing a cap and gown. It's about stepping into the world with more than just knowledge. It's doing so with courage, purpose, and a readiness to shape your own future. You've learned academics, but more importantly, you've learned resilience, creativity, and how to keep going when things get tough. Let's be honest, life will challenge you with uncertainty and doubt. But here's the good news. You've already proven you can rise above. Every late night, every test, every essay or passage in a book you had to read, every time you felt like giving up but didn't, that was you building the strength you'll need for the road ahead. You're a smart, talented, resilient group of young people. You've shown up, grown up, and some of you have even learned to turn your homework in or arrive to school on time. Miracles do happen. As your principal, I've had the honor and sometimes the panic of watching you grow. I've seen you win state championships, ace your academics, perform on stage, create art, speak up, stand out, and step up. And when you push boundaries and my patience, you did it with style and grace. Now, as you head out into the world, here's some things I want you to remember. The truth is, life after high school is different. There's no bell to tell you when to eat lunch or move to the next task or activity. You probably won't get gold stars or smelly stickers for effort. But you're ready to take on the challenges that lie ahead in your own unique way. The real world doesn't come with a syllabus. There won't always be a rubric or extra credit, but that's okay. You'll learn like you did here by trying, failing, trying again, and Googling at 2 a.m. Be kind, be curious, and stay unique. The world doesn't need more people trying to blend in, it needs you, your ideas, your voice, your personality. If there's something you care about, chase it. If there's something wrong in the world, change it. If you have a dream, go after it, even if no one else sees it yet. The future doesn't belong to those who wait, it belongs to those who act. And please, for the love of all things good, never unintentionally reply all to a group email. Some mistakes you only make once. In all seriousness, you are ready for the future. You may not know exactly what's next, and that's okay. Life isn't about having it all figured out. It's about showing up, being present, giving your best, and figuring out as you go. So whatever comes next, college, work, travel, figuring it out one Netflix episode at a time, know this, you've got what it takes. You've already made it through 4 years of tests, essays, awkward group presentations, and figuring out what the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell even means. You've learned, adapted, and grown even when you were just trying to make it to the weekend. You're smart, you're strong, and you're absolutely allowed to mess up sometimes. That's part of the deal. Don't be afraid to take risks. Try things that scare you a little. Say yes more often. Say no when it matters. And remember that success isn't always about having it all figured out. It's about moving forward, even when you're not sure what the next steps look like. Some of you will become teachers, engineers, artists, entrepreneurs, caregivers, and trailblazers. Maybe one of you will be standing here addressing the High School West class of 2063 as their principal. Some of you will take paths that haven't even been invented yet. That's the beauty of this moment. You have written some of your story during your time at West, but the best chapters haven't been written yet. Let's take a moment to thank the people who got you here, your families for supporting you even when you were being a little dramatic, your teachers for answering your 400th question in class about how to do something that's written on the board or on the instruction sheet and somehow not losing their minds, and to your classmates for all the memories, the laughs, and the snaps that we hope never resurface. Class of 2025, you leave your legacy all over West, but more importantly, you leave it on our hearts. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we will be cheering for you always. Now, once a lion, always a lion. Go out there, chase your dreams. And finally, don't forget where you came from. The West hallways, these people, there's where your story began, but it's not where it ends. Live the West way. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you. At this time, Cherry Hill West salutes the patriotism and commitment of the members of the class of 2025 who have indicated to us that they are volunteering to serve our country as members of the military. I ask these young men and women to stand as I call their names. Colin Coleman, United States Coast Guard. Michael Nguyen, United States Marine Corps. Shazil Qureshi, the United States Air Force. Maximus Sharman, the United States Navy. And Ricardo Shirley Jr., United States Navy. Our sincerest thanks to all of you. Members of the class of 2025 have distinguished themselves in academics, technology, the arts, music, journalism, athletics, and service to their school and community. They have brought honor to themselves, to their families, to High School West, and the Cherry Hill community. Because the awards of the class members are too numerous to announce, we have published all of them in the commencement program, and I encourage our guests to read the various accomplishments of our graduates. I will now ask all of the graduates who have received awards listed in the program to please rise, face your families, and be recognized by all of us. Congratulations to all of you. Dr. Kwame Morton, Superintendent of Schools, will now address the class of 2025 and then present them to the Board of Education.
Greetings, Dr. Burns and members of the High School West faculty, Ms. Winters and members of the Cherry Hill Board of Education, esteemed faculty and staff, dedicated parents and guardians, families, friends, and honored guests. It's with great pride and heartfelt joy that I stand before you today to celebrate this extraordinary milestone. Most importantly, to the remarkable Cherry Hill High School West class of 2025, I extend my enthusiastic congratulations to you on this momentous occasion. To be here with you today, sharing in the joy of such a significant event, is a profound privilege for me. Of all of the celebrations and events that take place throughout the district, high school graduation holds the most special place in my heart. Since 2013, I have attended every single High School West graduation, and each time I'm filled with the same emotions, which are pride, gratitude, and hope. I'm inspired time and time again by the joy radiating from the families, the anticipation etched on the faces of our graduates, and the collective sense of achievement that fills the room. Watching the class of 2025 process to their seats today, I saw your enthusiasm. I saw your relief. I saw your excitement for the future, and I also saw the immense pride that you've reflected. The musical selections by the choir always seem to conjure up emotion in me, and witnessing our students officially transition into Cherry Hill West alumnus fills me with a deep sense of accomplishment for our students. To the parents and guardians, I want to take a moment to reflect on your role in this achievement. Today symbolizes the culmination of years of love, support, guidance that you have given to your children. Their success is your success. You've nurtured them into capable individuals, and you deserve to savor this moment with immense pride as well. To the High School West faculty and staff, I extend my sincerest appreciation. You've supported these students through their educational journey, working tirelessly to nurture their minds, inspire their hearts, and to prepare them for life beyond the halls of High School West. You have been their mentors, their guides, and their champions every step of the way. Graduation is not just about celebrating an ending of a chapter. Rather, it should be viewed as a celebration of new beginnings. And with any new beginning, preparation is key. My father taught me at an early age in my life that success is a delicate blend of two critical elements: opportunity and preparation. Opportunities may not always come when you expect them, nor can you control the frequency of when they do come. But what you can control entirely is your readiness when those opportunities present themselves. It's a simple yet profound truth. Your level of success is directly connected to your level of preparation. Allow me to share the words of the great poet Marshall Mathers, who in his song, "Lose Yourself," so eloquently asked, "If you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you've ever wanted, would you capture it or would you just let it slip away?" That question serves as a reminder to prepare yourself so thoroughly that when that one shot arrives, you're more than ready to seize that opportunity. With that in mind, I also encourage you to think about the concept of preparation through the lens of the 10,000-hour rule popularized by Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers. Gladwell shared the work of psychologist Dr. Anders Ericsson, who discovered that achieving mastery in any field requires approximately 10,000 hours of deliberate practice, which is practice that's focused, goal-oriented, intense, and consistent. Thomas Jefferson famously said, "I find the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have." Today, I hope you'll leave this ceremony thinking, "I find that the better prepared I am, the more success I seem to have." So as you leave Cherry Hill High School West and step into the next chapters of your lives, I encourage you to carry this wisdom with you. Reflect on the incredible journey that has brought you here and envision the greatness you wish to achieve in the future. Build on the foundation you've laid and strive to prepare yourselves beyond what is merely required. Know that no matter where life takes you, you'll always be integral and cherished parts of the Cherry Hill High School West community. We're immensely proud of your accomplishments and filled with confidence in what lies ahead for each of you. Set your sights high, and when opportunities come, seize them with every ounce of your being. Most importantly, go forward boldly and make us proud. Now, Ms. Winters, will you please join me at the podium? Ms. Winters, as Superintendent of Cherry Hill Public Schools, I present the Cherry Hill High School West Class of 2025, and I assure you that they fulfilled all the requirements necessary to certify them for graduation.
On behalf of the Cherry Hill Board of Education, I accept the Cherry Hill High School West Class of 2025 and authorize its commencement. Hello, Class of 2025. You have heard a whole lot of graduation speeches today, and guess what? I'm the last one before you receive your diplomas. And when I think back on all the graduation speeches I've ever heard, they basically fall into one of two categories. There's the nostalgia speech, which looks back at all the formative experiences, memories, and milestones that led you to today. Then there's the future-focused, live your dream speech, which looks ahead to what's next, who you will become, and what you may accomplish in the years ahead. Cherry Hill West Class of 2025, my advice to you is this. On today, your graduation day, don't focus on the past or on the future. Instead, be present in celebrating this special moment because it will never come again. Take a moment right now to look around and take it all in. Today is your high school graduation day. Think about all the people here to support you on this special day. Your family, friends, teachers, staff. We are all absolutely thrilled to celebrate this moment with you. Whatever led you to this point and whatever is coming next, please know how incredibly proud we are of each and every one of you. You represent the best of us, and we are so incredibly privileged to share in the joy of your graduation day. Congratulations, West Class of 2025. Are you guys ready? Members of the Board of Education, please join me in distributing diplomas to the Cherry Hill High School West Class of 2025.
But when you face those tougher moments, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, you can do this. You have the strength to turn any setback, any lemon, into the sweetest lemonade there is. You've got this. Second, a lesson I've passed on to my own children, and now I pass on to you. Remember, kindness matters. I hope you lead with it, and I hope you live by it. So for my final time, friends, I love you. All right, take two, here we go. Maxwell J. Bowe. Rebecca Eleanor Briesehoff. Emma Lynn Devine. Ava Marin Ergood. Nathaniel Benjamin Goldwasser. Giannis George Kiriakou. Locus Solomon Hebben. Mina T. Musa. Charleston Margaret Pike. Drew Polano. Naya Jade Ruiz. Carolyn Hannah Solomons. Olivia Pasqualina Versace. Christopher Jordan Williams. Eden Leila Abdulaziz. Angel Amante Hernandez. Haroon Ambari. Sabrina Lynn Anderson. Gage Michael Angelucci. Alicia Lynn Arsenis. Isaiah Jacob Ashlock. Marco Aguadro. Jaylee Isabel Avalos. Hannah Yulia Azar. Jaden Azcona. Nayor Leimani Ballard. Aiden Jeffrey Bauer. Sadia Bayat. Andrew Stephen Bechtel. Avi Ben David. Kyla Janae Benson. Jordan Xavier Barrios. Robin Sophia Biggs. Darnell Boone. Nicholas Peter Botalico. Molly McGovern Bovell. Adriana Raylin Brandon. Raya Leslie Branscombe. Bradley John Bricker. Eric Garby Brown, Elijah Brown, Brianna Lenara Brown, Josiah Montrell Brown, Alpha Berry.
Kenshad Eddie Brown, Grayson James Bruno, Michaela Florence Teresa Bryant, Bridget Mary Bryce, Lincoln Kennedy Burrows, Giovanna Rose Busa, Jaden Antonio Cabrera, Julissa Ivelisse Calderon, Nalasia Marie Camacho, Caitlin Marie Campbell, Jamie Caprati, Teresa Sophia Caputo, Emmanuel David Carpenter, Ella Lucy Cassioli, Wayne Thomas Castellano, Victoria Ashley Caesar, Brady Chance, Victoria Kathleen Chase, J. Ross Chapman, Eric Joshua Chine, Reese Robert Sherfain, Justin Chevalier, Janaya Caldwell, Shay Madison Clark, Sydney Clark, William Flynn Clements, Anthony Dennis Cleveland Jr., Jacob A. Cohen, Colin James Coleman, Talon Caleb Calopin,
Angeline Colwell, Sophia Murphy Colwell, Alicia Conover, Angela Conover, Joseph James Conti, Dylan Russell Cooney, Aiden Jose Cortez, Christopher Israel Cortez Cruz, Jasmine Danielle Covert, Olivia Lee Croge, Kevin Daniel Colke, Renee Alexis Cunningham, Mirica Lorette Curry, Cameron Noel Dallas, Julian Anthony Dapalone, Emily Sophia Davidson, Jaden Kamori Davis, Jordan Kayvon Davis, Cassidy Leah Davis, Nicholas Dentino, Nadia Deveni, Rose Alexander DiGirolamo, Juliana Grace DeLauro, Kai Jean Doyle, Etta Duca, Ileana Duca, Owen Raymond Doherty, Brady James Doherty, Amy Doe, Daniel Emiliano Ely.
Jenna Elfa. Abdel Al-Gamel. Abdelmajid El-Gamel. Yasin Mohammed El-Tidi. Liam Joseph Fallon Lewis. Karina Feliciano. Jack Fishman. Grant Xavier Fournier. Anthony Francis. Juliet Virginia Gaeta. Tiernan Trent Gallagher. Emily Faye Gallagher. Emily Grace Garby. Grayson Riley Garber. Isabella Neva Garcia. Xavier Luis Garcia. Carlos David Garcia. Tyler Scott Garden. Vanessa Lida Jenda. Joseph Samuel Gerace. Evan Robert Gibbon. Quinn Michael Gibson. Carter Morris Gill. Sonovio Angel Gonzalez. Robert S. Gonzalez Castellanos. Aiden Goody. Natalia Isabel Graham. Evan Matthew Green. Lila Dorothy Gray. Travis Grimes Jr. Monica Gibson. Kyle Z. Gonzalez. Soledad Alicia Grasso. Brian Guzman. Catherine Juliana Harrison. Reese Dempsey Heil. Jason Helmken. Giovanni Amani Henry. Jayliani Hernandez. Jarrett Michael Hoke. Josue Holloway. Brielle Sarah Howard. Darnell Huff. Patrick M. Hughes. Avery Noel Holfish. Austin James Hutchinson. Lon Mai Huyn. Leah Huyn. Leonardo Xavier Abanez. Sally Amiri. David Darius Jablonski. Tanasia Syra Janae Jackson. Jacob Leon James. Brandon Kyle Johnson. Kareen Janelle Johnson. Abdullah Johnson. Sienna Rose Joy. Ariana Selda Karamflov. Jake Bruno Karwaski. Devin Arnold Gregg.
Andrew Klim. Alyssa Rochelle Katz. Sophia Cagle. Jason Jin Kim. Vivian Bernadette Kirk. Taylor Elizabeth Kivlin. James Matthew Kleiner. Adine Klucho. Hannah Kalenovic. Anthony Nicholas Katsidakis. Cameron Elizabeth Kraus. Chloe Elizabeth Krieger. Kaylee June Krupa. Dominic Stone. Justin Thomas Lansing. Angel Rekha Bundalian Lara. Chris Lawandi. Tui Lee. Min Lee. Charlize Frankie Laguirre. Sanaya Lewis. Julia Amber Lewis. Isaac Lee. Ethan J. Leitner. Delaney Paige Luck. Jasmine Maya Long. John Michael Longo. Anaya Janae Lopez. Christian Martin Lopez. Sarah Lopez Martinez.
Aaron Lebowski. Angelo Raul Lopez Alegria. Michael Damian Losowski. Calvin Jameson Limper. Hazel Louise Limper. Juliet Pearl McNichol. Luciano Christopher Macri. Carmine Michael Mardino. Daniel Joseph Market Jr. Lacey Natasha Marrero. Jordan Robert Marrero. Christian Gage Martin. Jaden Armand Martin. Noah Adrian Mateo. Gianna Nicole Morrow. Olivia Jane McAleer. Alexander James McAllister. Irvin Nasir McCants Roberts III. Nora Bean McGeady. Tyler Brandon McGrath. Clea Ariana McKnight. Asa Charles McMillan. Jamelia Andrea McPherson. Jason Tyler Melroy. Christopher Angelo Miluski. Josephine Ann Miller. Alexandra Renee Merigliani. Jonathan Morales. Orlando Morales.
Catherine Milligan. Amy Satali Morales Mateo. Christian C. Morgan Wright. Hassan Amir Mahdi Muhammad. Ariel May Munar. Isaiah Nesmith Jr. Andy Wynn. Christine V. Wynn. Jack 2 Win. Kimberly Tam Win. Luan Lam Vin Win. Michael Phup Nguyen. Rosalina Ani Nguyen. Ryan Nguyen. Tin Phup Win. Fiorella Isabella Noblesia. Tahasib Bin Noor. Veronica Ordonez. Ricky Orlandini. Ashley Vanessa Ortiz Lopez. Sophia O'Shaughnessy. Samori Alani Otto. Christian James Pasella. Genevieve Olivia Panto. Alyssa Marie Parent. Crystal Patel. John Yamaz Park. Hasaya Patel. Jayla L. Peralta. Addison M. Petty.
Princess Lotus Paustroud. Asaya Zane Pritchett. Karen Casada Martinez. Camilla Isabel Quintana. Shazil Kershi. Christian David Ramirez Ruiz. Ruben A. Ramirez Ruiz. Mariana Anais Randolph. Gabrielle Sima Rappaport. Tyler Redfern. Kimberly Elizabeth Reed. Brian Richard Reese. Margaret Susan Reimer. Benjamin Martin Ryder. Mia Valerie Ryder. Morgan Janae Rice Moses. Xavier Samir Richardson. Raina L. Robertson. Kanice Sanaya Robles. Ashlyn McKenna Rogan. Asher Joseph Rogers. Sander Rojas. Robert Anthony Romano. Aubrey Elizabeth Roney. Samuel Tyler Roseman. Taylor Alexander Rosenwald. Sarai Nola Kristen Ross. Darina Rudcheko. Adem Rufati. Eva Natalia Ryan.
Aiden Michael Ryder. Otto Sanchez Jr. Luis Antonio Sanchez III. Nadia Rose Santiago. Alicia Giselle Santiago. Jada Sayers. Mason Anthony Scavello. Jackson Thomas Schaefer. Madeline Grace Scheibel. Maxwell Nathaniel Schmieder. Luke Schott. Jonah B. Shotland. Nair Omari Seawright. Shalissa Shaffi. Maximus Salvatore Sharman. Kalisha G. Shepard. Ricardo Bernardo Shirley Jr. Danielle Alexandra Short. Julie Ann Short. Zachary W. Smith. Justin Smith. Reagan Marie Smith. Alana Skylin Smith. Umar Sohail. Hadassah Sohail. Andres Felipe Soler Cortez. Nathaniel Howard Strong. Iman Sultani.
Sekou Kyrie Tarrant. Jenna Kalila Taylor. David James Tipton Jr. Melanie Nicole Thomas Santizo. Alexander Bruce Tomlinson. Yahir Torres. Angel Emmanuel Torres Jimenez. L. Francis Lampa Trinidad. Ari Tyson. Ilani Michaela Uberry. Nevea Kathleen Utz. Juan Valencia Posada. Mary Lynn Edith Vargas. Emma Lane Kira Vertiger. Karen Vo. Isabella Kathleen Wagner. Alani Layla Walker. Danica Cameron Ward. Bryce Alexander Webb.
Bryce Ryan Westervelt. Kajane D. White. Erica Lynn Wilborn. Joelle Idris Williams. Who did I miss? That's coming at the end, they told me. Okay, sorry. Beck Matthew Wilson. Kyle David Wilson Jr. Daryl Clive Wilson Jr. Casey Lynn Winters. Sadie Bell Walper. Tatum Elizabeth Woods. Ariel Alfredo Shindun. Helena Mary Zintz. John David Zintz. Rain Sanders.
Please join me in congratulating the class of 2025 on the successful completion of their high school experience. And now the students will participate in a decades-old West graduation tradition led by the students who participated in today's ceremony. Members of the class will stand on the direction of Mr. C. Now will everyone please stand and join the class of 2025 for the alma mater.
to say thank you to Cherry Hill High School West. The class of 2025 farewell presentation this evening will be offered by Drew Polano.
Good afternoon, Dr. Morton, members of the Board of Education and Superintendency, West Administration, parents, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. My name is Drew Polano, and I am honored to be speaking today, giving everyone the closing speech. As we close our ceremony today, I would like to ask everyone to take a moment and imagine a garden. It is something so simple, yet so profound. A garden doesn't grow overnight. It begins with seeds and fertile soil. It is a hope, a dream, an intention. Planting those seeds comes with a degree of uncertainty. We don't actually know how things will turn out. But the fact is, when you do something with all of your heart and all of your effort, you are destined to receive some success. 4 years ago, we all came to Cherry Hill West as seeds. We all know that seeds don't grow alone. It takes sunlight, the warmth of friendships, the ones you've had since elementary school, or the newly developed ones that just started this year. The encouragement of teachers who taught us lessons or supported us when we thought we couldn't succeed. And the undying support of family that came to every game, performance, or school event that drew us to the surface and allowed us to fully grow. It also takes watering, knowledge gained, and lessons learned. Whether it was earning a score of 5 on the academically challenging AP US History test, after endlessly preparing for 2 years, learning that teamwork wins games when celebrating the girls' basketball state championship win, rehearsing lines in preparation to give a thrilling theater performance such as Rocky, or tuning up your instrument before you took the stage for a concert. Along our journey, we also had to nurture our seeds. Words of support during hard times, unexpected kindness, and patience of those who knew our potential even when we didn't. We also had to weed our garden. Maybe some things held us back and prevented our growth. Perhaps we let go of relationships or habits that no longer served us. And we all know that gardens face droughts when there is no rain. And in the past 4 years, we have faced similar moments of difficulty, disappointment, tragedy, and self-doubt. There were periods when nothing seemed to grow, and when we questioned ourselves and our abilities. But time and time again, we stayed rooted and reached for the light even on the darkest of days. So now, here we are. All around us is a garden in full bloom, vibrant, diverse, and beautiful. Some of us tall and outgoing, or small and powerful. Others spirited and determined. As this growing season has reached its end, now comes transplantation. The process of seedlings or young plants being moved from one protected location to their final growing location. Upon arrival at your new destination, remember your roots and continue to grow by surrounding yourself with sunlight and positivity. Root yourself in knowledge and learning, and nurture yourself while letting others help support you as well. But don't forget that you will need to weed your garden and adapt to new environments, as well as understand that droughts and disappointments are inevitable. But if we stay rooted and keep pushing toward the light, there will be many more beautiful flowers to create and gardens to be a part of down the road. Thank you so much, and I wish everyone here today success in their future gardens. Congratulations to the class of 2025. class may now turn their tassels to the left side, signifying their graduate status.
And for one last time, class of 2025, class dismissed.